First up in this week's news, the LG G3, the latest and greatest handset from the South Korean phone maker, made its official appearance this week, which includes a killer 5.5-inch 2560x1440 display, a 13-megapixel snapper complete with a laser autofocus, and a svelte brushed metal body. And it looks like it'll put Samsung's flagship 1080p Galaxy S5 to shame. Under the hood, the G3 is powered by a quad-core Snapdragon 801 processor, which will provide up to 2.5 GHz of processing power, while you'll also be able to find 2 GB of RAM on board, which is less than what was previously rumoured, but will still let you chomp through any multitasking tasks you throw at it. There'll also be a healthy 16 GB of storage built in too, which can be boosted by a micro SD card. And just like the G2 before it, you'll find the volume buttons on the rear of the phone. Plus, the handset design is being given a slick brushed metal finish, this time around in black, gold and silver hues. On the back of the phone, next to the 13-megapixel snapper, you'll find a black spot next to the lens, which is actually a laser which is designed to give you a quick and accurate autofocusing. A first for a smartphone according to LG, but we'll have to wait and see the phone in the flesh to confirm how fast the focusing is. You'll also find a 2.1-megapixel snapper up front, which should prove to snap sharp selfies. Next up, Google has spent a lot of time and effort on in-car tech recently, but the search giant has also been working on its very own range of automotive vehicles for some time. And this week, Google finally showed off some videos of the car itself in action. And it's not the first time that Google has worked on driverless tech, but previously the company has spent its time kitting out cars belonging to other manufacturers, so a complete car that can drive itself is a massive step for Google. And the next step for Google's autonomous car will see 100 prototypes being tested over the summer, with a pilot project in California to see how well the vehicles manage to get along in the wild. Up next, there's been loads of rumours over the past month of Apple taking over Beats Music, and the deal was made official this week for a whopping $3 billion. The colossal deal means that Beat founders will both become Apple employees, while Apple now owns both Beats Electronics, the bit responsible for the headphones, and Beats Music, the fledgling music streaming service. And up until this deal, for all its prowess with digital music downloads, an a la carte subscription music streaming service was an area where Apple was sorely lacking. The deal means that Apple will finally be able to go head to head with other streaming services like Pandora and Spotify, with software that can hopefully bring the best out of the devices like the iPhone and the iPod Touch. And finally, the Samsung Galaxy S5 Active is now official. It's water and dustproof and conforms to IP67 and military standards, meaning it really is a lot tougher than your average gadget. Its 5.1-inch screen gets a 1920x1080 Full HD resolution and has a 2.5 GHz Snapdragon 801 processor and 2 GB of RAM to promise to shift the Samsung Galaxy S5 Active along at speed. The 16-megapixel snapper should be more than a match for most high-end smartphones, and if the 16 GB of internal storage isn't enough for all your snaps, it's easy to upgrade to 128 GB via micro SD card. It's available now in the US on AT&T, but there's no current word on UK pricing or availability just yet. But as soon as we hear, we'll let you know.